Funding provided by
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
And then there was one pig, Floyd of Rosedale. Kind of a big deal. So's that, a trophy. The 2025 state softball champion for Class 1A is going to take that home here in just a little bit. It's the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Championships Class 1A, our final game of the season, our final championship. It's number 2, number 1, Clarksville. And Wayne, we're ready to go as we end the year in the smallest class with 2 of the best people. Well, okay, we're just being humble about everything. I'm Paul Yeager, Laura Leonard, the best person right here. Laura, these are 2 teams that have been here a lot. For Wayne, we'll talk about them in a moment, but let's talk about Clarksville. They've been here already once this season to this complex. What are they trying to do here on the second time?
It's just another business trip for them, is how they're classifying this. They come to Fort Dodge to the mid-season tournament to get comfortable on these fields and the atmosphere. And so this one's a business trip now. The other one was for fun. They're here and they mean business.
And for Wayne, this is a team that has been here a lot, but they're just trying to get over the hump. We'll talk about the Lady Falcons in a moment, but Clarksville, 7th trip to state, 5 of the last 7 years. 2 Grand Slams in the semifinal, just some massive hitting going on from this team. Emily Manwaring has been good, so have the Lodge sisters. We have a lot of big bats to come in this Clarksville lineup.
They have a lot of pop, 1 through 9. You've got to keep the ball down against them. You don't want them to get anything up in the air because they can launch them out of here.
And then for Wayne, the Lady Falcons, they got over the hump. They made it here, their 9th trip to state. At least 8 of their players have had a hit in the quarterfinals. Senior Izzy Moore, she does it all in the circle and at the plate.
Yeah, she is a tough out at the plate, but boy, she's even better in the circle.
And here also is Ella Whitney. We'll talk about her, another fast runner and fast player. Let's hope for a fast, well-played game. It is a beautiful July night, high humidity, low wind, but now good softball. Let's meet the starters and reserves.
The Rogers Sports Complex and our final championship game of the week. This 1A matchup featuring the Clarksville Indians and from Wayne Community, the Lady Falcons. Now let's meet our teams. First of all, for the visitors from Clarksville, here are their non-starters. Number 2, Kenna Milliken. Number 3, Kimmy Sherman. Number 4, Lizzie Kramer. Number 5, Ava Johnson. Number 10, Cabri Lavring. Number 11, Sophie Guzman. Number 17, Abby Schmidt. Number 18, Capri Clark. Number 21, Lizzie Kielman. And number 25, Gia Hooger. Your assistant coaches, Taylor Ehrenholtz, Corey Wedeking, and Katie Campman. Now, here's your starting lineup for the Clarksville Indians. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 19, Claire Lodge. Batting second, doing the catching, number 16, Emily Manwaring. Batting third in center field, number 15, Paige Campman. Cleanup hitter for the Indians at third base, number 6, Hannah Wangsness. Batting fifth and doing the pitching, number 9, Sydney Lebron. Batting sixth at second base, number 7, Jenny Johnson. Batting seventh at first base, number 26, Kara Bolin. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 23, Brooke Bolin. And batting in the ninth position, the left fielder, number 8, Kate Lodge. And your flex player in right field, number 24, Eve Jordan. Head coach for the Indians, Katie Berman. And now let's meet the home team from Wayne Community. Here are the Lady Falcons, your non-starters. Number 2, Chloe Sims. Number 6, Clara Bethards. Number 16, Joe Murphy. Number 22, Remy Ewing. Number 24, Emma Abel. Number 31, Memphis Stark. Number 32, Lily Reed. And number 73, Maggie Kent. Your assistant coach, Brianna Fortune. And now here's your starting lineup for the Wayne Lady Falcons. Leading off, playing second base, number 29, Ella Whitney. Batting second at third base, number 20, Ava Whitney. Batting third, doing the catching, number 8, Allie Jo Fortune. Cleanup hitter for the Lady Falcons, doing the pitching, number 19, Izzy Moore. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 10, Bristol Peck. Batting sixth in left field, number 21, Lainey Harvey. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 12, Cora Bethards. Batting eighth in center field, number 3, Carson Anderson. Batting in the ninth spot, the right fielder, number 34, Hallie Ingram. Your flex player at first base, number 17, JC Trimble. Head coach for the Lady Falcons, Heather Fortune. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the home plate area. The umpires assigned to this championship contest by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Paul Bird. At third base, Daryl Erickson. And calling the balls and strikes this evening, Josh Perkins. All right, who's ready to win a state championship?
Last day of the season, July the 25th, 2025, just after 8 o'clock on a Friday night here, Laura, and this is the defense that will be put out first. For Wayne, Lainey Harvey, Carson Anderson, Hallie Ingram. In left, center, and right, Whitney Peck, Whitney Trimble in the infield, third to first, and the battery is Allie Jo Fortune at catcher, and Izzy Moore in the circle. Izzy Moore, Laura Leonard. She's got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, she really does. She's got the drop, the rise, she's got a change. She just has confidence out there in the circle. We asked Coach Fortune, hey, what's her out pitch? She goes, I'm not telling you.
We've yet to get a coach on that one. We've tried. She's 22-0 on the season with a 1.28 ERA, over 155 innings pitched. Strikes out a lot of batters at 259. Not walked many either. That's a good ratio.
No, she's got a really good whip and does not walk a lot of hitters, is always around the plate.
Claire Lodge, Emily Mann-Warren, Paige Campman go 1, 2, 3 for Clarksville. Then it's Wangsness, Lovren, Johnson, Bolin, Lodge, and Caitlin Lodge, the 8th grader, had a home run earlier this week, or at least it is on the scoreboard, and I think we are ready to go here in your keys in a moment for Clarksville, Laura.
They need to have good pitch selection. As we said, that Moore's going to be around the plate, so you've got to pick out the perfect pitch and be aggressive at the plate. Go after that first pitch.
And for Wayne?
And for Wayne, what they need to do, keep it simple. That's been their motto. That's what Coach Fortune told us. She said, we just have to keep things simple, and they need to keep the ball down because Clarksville leads 1A in home runs. We saw them put out 2 the other night, both of them grand slams.
First pitch at 8:08 is a strike to Claire Lodge from Izzy Moore. Lodge, a senior at short. Second pitch is a base hit. So just, oh, that goes all the way to the wall. And that's going to be at least a single with an air, if not a double, to start the game for Claire Lodge.
We've seen this throughout the tournament, and good job of adjusting at the plate. This one scoots along the grass, and as it gets to this part of nighttime, I think the grass outfield's a little bit damper. I think the ball moves a little quicker, and it scoots by these outfielders.
It has been, it rained more than 2 inches here on Wednesday night, and it was already very green as the bunt is put down by Mann-Warren. and no place to go is Allie Jo Fortune. That ball went, I don't know, 18 inches from the plate and just died.
At first, it looked like home plate umpire Josh Perkins was going to call dead ball, but it was picked up while it was still right there in front of the plate.
So now it's runners at the corners for Paige Campman. So an infield hit to add to the base hit as Van Warren goes down to second on the pitch. That's hit in the air right behind second, but making a great range play is Ella Whitney to retire Campman.
Infield drawn in with that runner at third base, and Whitney doing a great job getting a jump on it, getting that ball behind second base, immediately looking to third base, see if the runner's tagging.
Hannah Wangsness up for Clarksville, the junior third base. Hits the first pitch, it's in fair territory, looking back the runner. What a rocket, Ava Whitney over to Trimble. Wow, what a play.
Rocket is right. You could hear that thing sizzling as it went across the diamond. Good look, keep the runner standing there on third. That was a rocket.
That thing never left the ground more than 2 feet.
Whoa.
First pitch to Sydney Lovren as a ball. So 2 away, runners at second and third. Clarksville looking to strike first here. Lovren up the middle, gloved by Peck. Fakes the throw home, probably should have thrown it home, no throw. 2 runs in on the infield hit by Sydney Lovren.
Right away, right back up the middle.
I'm sorry, Coach.
And it's very tough to get up and try to make a throw anywhere, but Coach Berman had those runners moving. She did not slow down Van Warren as she came around third. She was sending her the entire time.
Capri Clark comes in for the pitcher on the courtesy runner. The heart of the dugout is now standing at first base. She represents the 3rd run of the game for Clarksville. They lead 2-0 at this point. And at the end of the semifinal game that Wayne had against Riverside, as that pitch is chopped and ooh, Moore thought she gloved it, tagged before it went foul. And Josh Perkins says, nope, it was foul. Kind of like that play in in football, you're like towing the line.
Trying to keep the ball in play.
Fouled away. It's now 0-2 on Jenny Johnson. Wayne against Riverside in the last 2 innings, kind of right in the last inning. They were up big, but kind of started throwing the ball around and trying to get rid of that hangover as a swing and a miss. Johnson's down on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Moore is the 3rd out of the inning, but Clarksville strikes first, gets a pair, and they lead 2-0 as Izzy Moore gives high fives and heads to the dugout. And now it's time to bat for the Wayne Lady Falcons, and this is the defense that they are going to face from Clarksville. Kate Lodge is going to be in left, Paige Campman in right, or in center, and Eve Jordan in right. Hannah Wangsness at third, Claire Lodge, Jenny Johnson up the middle, and Kara Bolin at first. Emma Lee Manwaring is the catcher, and Sydney Lovren the pitcher. Sydney Lovren, what do you want to say about her, Laura?
Well, she has just been steady all season long. She does a good job of mixing her pitches. She has a variety that she'll throw, and she does a good job of mixing speeds.
28-3 with a 1.59 ERA. And we have seen it over the years where 1A, the pitchers might bring a microscopic .4 ERA. I think everybody just hits the ball so well now. It's hard to be under 1.
It is hard to be under 1, and both these lineups have a lot of big sticks, as you can see with this Wayne batting lineup.
Ella Whitney, Ava Whitney. Then it's Allie Fortune, Izzy Moore, Bristol Peck, Harvey, Bethards, Anderson, and Ingram. For Coach Heather Fortune and the Lady Falcons from Wayne in southern Iowa, Clarksville and northeast Iowa. We could play Name That County later, but we won't do that. First pitch ball. Here's the thing, Ella Whitney, there you see 440. 11 doubles. This is the first matchup I can remember in quite some time where the two head coaches are coaching their hometown teams. Both Heather Fortune and Katie Berman, both graduates of Clarksville and Wayne, respectively. So that's fun. I think that's fun.
I think it's fun that you have...
Ooh, well hit by Whitney, but it's going to stay in the park for an out.
And we talked about it, that you have players that want to come back and coach the hometown team. You have people that graduated and maybe didn't play or did play, but want to be a part of this program and a part of the community. And there's a good look at Coach Fortune, 18 years at the helm.
Her daughter, Brenna, is the first base coach. And her other daughter, Allie Joe, is behind the plate. There's a look at Brenna. Brenna, who pitched at the state tournament when Wayne was here before. Again, 1A, that's why 1A is so fun for me, is because you have people coming back and legends in town and give back to the program, and that's what we have here with the two Fortunes. And the pitch to Ava Whitney is a strike, and that is strike 3. First one of the game for Lovren.
Just paints the corner and its location. And now you kind of know and get an idea of where the umpire's strike zone is going to be.
Allie Joe Fortune. All the coaches ask for is consistent and maybe a little bigger for us when we're pitching. Let's be honest, there's a second part of that sentence. As the pitch to Fortune is fouled away. So Allie Joe, her mom at third, her sister at first, her cousins in the circle. The 1-1. Hit in the air towards right. It's going to stay in the park, and it's going to be caught by Eve Jordan for out number 3. So the Lady Falcons go 1-2-3 in their half of the first. We've played one full inning. It's 2-0 Clarksville. No ball to go under your glove when you catch it in the air. And this won a field. 1-2 is how we finished. Wayne beat Highland in a close game. Riverside and Newell Fonda. Riverside from Western Iowa. Clarksville and Newman Catholic. That went 8 innings on this field Tuesday night. And then Fort Dodge St. Ed's, the hometown team this year, beat Wapsie Valley, who had not been in the tournament since 1977. And then Wayne over Riverside and Clarksville over St. Ed's. Back 2 Grand Slams and a Grand Slam walk-off to win that one for Clarksville.
It was amazing how they launched the ball, and you can see those T-shirts.
And Riverside beat St. Ed's in the third place game 5-4. And if you want to follow along on our live stream, there you are. You're showing, hey, they're talking about us right now. That's pretty cool. Don't miss a minute of today's championship action. Catch the live stream at YouTube and iowapbs.org. We'll also tell you how you can go back and watch some of those other games that we've had in championships over the years. Izzy Moore goes back to work here in the second. A couple of runs on the board, over 3 hits for Clarksville. And again, Laura, like many championship teams and championship games, we can see teams score in bunches. And Clarksville, before you know it, hits a grand slam and walks it off. I mean, this is a quick strike team if you let it.
Yeah, it really is. And they put runners on. They have the power in the middle of the lineup, but they also have power at the bottom of the lineup as well. And they can just consistently hit the ball. And I think, again, that is just work that they have done in the off season to work on their fundamentals when at the plate and work on a lot of things in the winter. And it has proved to pan out very well for them.
Kara Bolin swings and misses on consecutive changeups. Kara Bolin, Laura, you mentioned strong. Kara had one of those grand slams against St. Ed. She went 2 for 3. And ropes that one into left on a 1-hopper picked up by Harvey. And it's a leadoff single for Clarksville here in the second.
And that is everything coming off of their bats sound hard. They're hitting it hard. They're getting it on the barrel. They're leveling off their swing, and they're driving pitches.
That'll make way for Sister Brooke Bolin. The 8th grader pops it up to our right side and out of play. Brooke has 1 hit in the tournament, looking to get a second one to send Kara running. The 0-1 from Moore. Bounced in there, stopped by Allie Joe.
You know, and a lot of times you think in a situation early in the game, let's move the runner up, let's get another runner in scoring position. I'm not sure this Clarksville team, they think, you know what, we can have that big inning. Why give up outs? Why not go ahead and swing away, see if we can hit those gaps or hit one out? And so, you know, I think it's a combination of how they play. Sometimes they play a little small ball. Otherwise, I think Coach Berman is saying, you know what, let's swing away. We're swinging a hot bat right now.
Katie Berman in her 11th season at Clarksville. Won a state championship. Change-up hit, Fortune to her right, looks at second, throws to get Bolin by a quarter step for out number 1. Runner moved up, Kara Bolin goes to second, Brooke Bolin back to the dugout on a ground out, 1-3.
That's kind of your swinging butt. Great backhand that time, and Moore did take a peek at second to see if she might be able to get the force there, but instead turns and gets the out over there at first. But now another runner in scoring position for Clarksville.
Kate Lodge, who gets rides from her sister. I asked, what was it like playing with your sister and what adjustments had to be made on the 1-0 pitch from Moore. And it's punched to the left side, and it's quickly gloved and thrown in by Harvey, and Lodge, a base hit. And here's the thing, Laura, you said bottom of the order. The bottom of the order, 7 and 9 have both had hits in this inning.
And solid hits too, right in the gaps, advancing runners, and you just can't take anyone for granted in this lineup.
Heather Fortune on her way out to the circle to have a conversation.
Settle in a little bit. Obviously, they're swinging for hits, right? So we got to make sure we change some things up here in the top of this lineup, like get them off speed just a little bit. 1, they're literally at the top right now. This Seether that you had earlier, beautiful. I mean, we're going to check that runner, listen, communicate with her. If we can get that, we're going to get that. But we got to start stopping some runners out here, right now. Okay, is your head in it? Yeah. Everybody good? Okay, let's go.
There's a look at the back of her shirt. Team, I think it's a Team 54. And so we had to ask, what does Team 54 mean? Play with a purpose. That is this is the 54th Wayne Community School softball team.
And so they do a t-shirt every season, Team 50, so next year, Team 55, and they continue to do those t-shirts, and I believe they come up with a different theme for each season.
So you see the orange shirts when we cut wide, you'll see these orange shirts. Those are the business shirts, and the black shirts then are for Wayne. So kind of easy to see fan bases. It's Claire Lodge, who had to bring her sister to practice. They had to work out the bathroom schedule too. That was also, that's always the sisterly challenge. And you know, and that's the thing in softball, really in a lot of these sports, the sisters who might be more than 1 or 2 years apart, nice fastball from Moore. They don't play together until they get to high school. Because you always play on the same 12U team or the 9U, the 10U. But when you have 14 and 18, you really only get that when you're in high school.
Said at the beginning of the season they didn't get along very well. It was they had to kind of work things out, and now they get along great. You know, as all sisters, you have your cranky moments. You don't get along, and then you try to figure out how to work it out, and these two have.
The 1-2 from Moore is inside on Claire. And there's a look at a sister who has her sister coaching with her, Katie Berman, her sister Katie. And her other sister is a coach at Waverly. Off-speed pitch is out. Let's see if I have this right. Claire Lodge coming into tonight In her last 4 games was 7 of 13 with 4 home runs, and 3 of them were grand slams, 15 RBIs.
Yes, you are correct, sir. That's pretty impressive. That's a pretty good 4-game stretch that you have 4 home runs, 3 of them grand slams. That increases your RBI total.
And Lodge, actually, you can extend that now. It's 8 of 14 because she had a hit back in the first, and then it won't count on the at-bat there because she walks and loads the bases for Emily Mann-Warren, which is the second-place hitter who had a single back in the second, scored the game's 2nd run. Most singles in Class 1A. She's headed to DMAC. Anytime you say, Coach Liguri, huh? And they just smile.
He's kind of stealth. He just kind of goes around and picks up all these great players from all these different programs around the state. I'm not sure how he does it. He is in 100 places all at once and finding these players to keep in state and help them get a little bit better, hone those skills at DMAC, and then help them get to the next level.
The 0-2 to Emily is fouled away, and we'll do it again. A lot of coaches here this week, seeing the big ones in state. Some from out of state, some who used to coach here. Like I saw Paul Hunt, who used to be the coach at St. Ed's. Ron Farrell used to be the coach at Ambrose and Assumption. He was here, down from Truman State. He has a recruit. I can't remember exactly right off the top of my head, but Iowa State, UNI, Drake.
Yeah, don't forget Drake.
I'm saving the best for last to get you back into the conversation, the 0-2. Check swing, did she go?
Did she go?
No.
Well, we heard you. Did you go? But he thought he better ask the third base umpire just to make it official. No, I think it's great that all these college coaches do come here, and I know I say this every year, that the entire coaching world, college coaching world, knows that Iowa plays summer softball, and they know how great our summer softball is and the talent that is in state, and we get a lot of coaches here.
Throw home, it's a force. They get the out at the plate. Whitney grabs it, throws home. So Carabolin is out on the fielder's choice, 2nd out of the inning.
Make sure of the 1 out. Don't try to turn the double play. Don't try to get too fancy. Just make sure you get the 1, and they did.
Base is still loaded for Paige Campman. Tore her ACL last year. Just a little bit of time away, and she has come back big time this year. Hits it up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit. Probably going to score 2. Here comes 1 second. Cut off by Moore. 2 more for Clarksville. They lead 4-0.
Campman right up the middle, just enough to get it to the outfield grass. And they are going to continue to move those runners around the bases. Coach Berman had the go sign on and sent 2 more home.
The pitch from Moore is smacked by Wagsness, who gloves it. Peck does over to Trimble to get the out. But the Indians get another 2, and they lead 4-0. As Wayne goes 1, 2, 3 in their half of the inning. Now they're looking to add as they come to bat.
Where are we at? What's the zone? Okay, so when you swing, we're swinging for hits, right? We're looking to blow this up a little bit. So we're swinging for hits. Get your head down on the ball, make sure you're seeing the ball, right? Hands in, cover the plate, make solid contact right here, okay? You gotta win it mentally before you're gonna win it out there, okay?
Get up and
Come on, let's go, let's do it. Hits and runs, 1, 2, 3. Hits and runs.
We mic up coaches in the sports that we cover, and now we've got some new sports to cover. Coming up real soon, girls volleyball. That'll be Thursday, November 6th. Then it's football. We're going to the Unidome for Thursday and Friday championships, 7 of them on the 20th and 21st. Then boys wrestling, the individual championships return to Iowa PBS on February 21, 2026. Girls basketball will be back. Laura, the pink coat, will be ready on March 6 and 7, and boys basketball Haven't figured out what I'm going to wear for that one yet, but we'll see. I could just wear pink again, couldn't I? Just say I just got confused.
I think you need to change it up.
Find something different?
Yeah, find something different for, you know, you gotta have a little uniform for that tournament.
That's true. Gonna have to come up with something. Get a uniform for that little one.
That little one.
We've been watching that little one for a while, and before we know it, that baby will be out here playing. Izzy Moore, Bristol Peck, Lainey Harvey due up for Wayne. First pitch hits skied into the air. Right at the grass and dirt is Jenny Johnson, out number 1.
Well, Coach Fortune said go up there swinging for hits, and they're being aggressive. And so Moore went after that first pitch, got a good rip at it, just got underneath it. But I like the fact that she said you got to win mentally first before you can win it out on the field. You've got to overcome the fact that you're down 4-0. Put it behind you and figure out a way to get yourselves back into this ball game.
Bristol Peck, the sophomore, dual threat, speed, power, glove, smacks that one foul and near the parking lot, up over to the top of one of those trees. It's older than all of us as the sun starts to set here in Webster County. Peck has been at state track, 3-year starter here at state. Swings through that one, and it's out number 2. And this one goes up and in. Second strikeout of the game for Lovren.
Lovren is, I mean, she's really dealing. She looks very relaxed in the circle, hitting her spots.
Wagsness fields the ball from Lainey Harvey for out number 3. Very quick 1-2-3 inning, 5 pitches. And Lovren's faced the minimum here in the first 2, 4-0 Clarksville over Wayne. Katie Berman.
If you have to tell yourself, Hannah said the other day, she just goes up there and says, who cares? If you have to do that, do that. Who cares? Have fun. Get a hit.
Don't you wish it was that easy?
Yeah, it would be great if it were that easy. And you know what, though? I think there is something to that, though. If you go up, you have fun, you're relaxed, you're not tight, you're not gripping the bat so hard.
Well, here is Izzy Moore in slow motion.
Just great drive and extension, and gets good spin.
Her pitching coach is Cassandra Dara Allen, who was a pitcher for Wayne the first time they were here in 2010, and when she threw a perfect game. She's a mound workhorse. She's really the heart and soul of this team when in that circle, and she's trying to, yeah, she puts a little zip on that first pitch to Sydney Lovren, the opposing team pitcher. What else do you see about Izzy Moore?
Well, as Coach Fortune told us, she just exudes confidence. And when she's in the circle, she kind of takes command of everything. And she is one of those players that has one of those really high softball IQs that just understands the game and understands what she needs to do against these hitters and help out her team.
Lovren hits it up the middle, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. And Lovren will stay at first with a leadoff single here in the third.
Just out of the reach of Whitney, and then it just sneaks by Anderson. Didn't get the glove down on the ground and gets all the way to the fence, but it didn't cost him as Lovren stayed at first base.
And she will be replaced at first. Capri Clark will come in and run on the courtesy side of things.
Capri Clark, they say that she's kind of the heart and soul of the dugout. But she's out of the dugout now. She's running bases as she did the last inning, but she's the one that kind of keeps them up and gets them fired up in the dugout and keeps things lively over there.
She's getting talked to there by Taylor Aaron Holtz, assistant coach here for Coach. Now Jenny Johnson's turn. Lays the bunt, but it's foul. So even though you crush it like you do, Johnson's up there bunting with a 4-0 lead.
Well, as we kind of talked about the last inning, last time they swung away, they were trying to have a big inning. Now, this time they kind of went small ball, tried to get the bunt down, going back to swinging away. So Coach Berman's mixing some things up, not going always with the conventional way of, well, the old, my conventional way of thinking. And I think you get a runner on first, you got to bunt him around. Don't always see that anymore. You see a lot of different strategies.
The 0-2, Johnson's able to hold up. The pitch to Johnson. Foul down the left field or third base line as Whitney gives a chase.
I think Clarksville feeling obviously very confident right now in their position, swinging away, swinging hard, trying to put as many runs on the board as they possibly can. That's the second time that I have flinched, and I'm mad at myself.
I feel like a bobblehead here. I'm moving around as that thing keeps popping up. Yeah, of course we're going to show that replay.
Yeah, look at everybody flinch. Oh, I even closed my eyes.
Include me, so did I. 2 for flinching. Yeah, great. I'm nailed in the truck. Great. Thank you to our Iowa PBS crew for all those looks. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm the one who flinched, I know. Ball is in there. Crew's been working hard yesterday, today, bringing you all the highlights. We've got cameras on dugouts, up on lifts. Some of them were sinking because of the water and how soft the ground was. We got stats, graphics. Takes a full team to pull this production off. The swing and miss is dropped by the catcher, goes to the screen, so that means Johnson's going to reach on the error, and it's a strikeout with an error, and Lovren will be at second, Johnson at first. As Allie Joe just shakes her head. I know. Now it's Kara Boland. First pitch to her is a strike.
You know, Wayne has to find something positive right now that they can hang on to. They need that big play. They need something that they can hang their hat on right now to try to help them stay in this ball game, maintain their composure. They're a little down on themselves right now, and they've got to have some kind of a spark to turn the tables, to get them going, to rev that motor.
That pitch is in. Maybe it's a big defensive play right now.
I mean, those are the things that can turn a game. You get the, the double play or get the big strikeout here or something that can.
Oh, what a play by Moore. Speaking of big plays, Laura.
Yeah.
Goes to her knees, grabs it as she's going down, and then throws straight in front of her to Whitney to get the lead runner.
She does such a great job. Good quick reaction right there. Gets to the knees and makes a good throw, looking to try to double them up.
So Johnson goes to first as Clark is erased. Kara is at first. Brooke, in the middle there, is at the plate. Izzy Moore's 0-1 pitch from the circle. Change up, swing and miss. The 0-2 high. Fortune trying to tempt the wherewithal of Brooke Boland.
Well, these two, Moore and Fortune, have played together forever.
Were they 6?
I think so.
Or 8? Something like that. They started playing together. Like sisters, but they're cousins.
Raised like sisters.
Raised like sisters, yep.
So they have been friends and family for a long, long time and have been pitcher and catcher for a long, long time, and they get the big strikeout there.
Lodge hits it too short. They go after the lead runner on the quick force out. Peck to Whitney takes the easy one right there. Good play. No more runs for Clarksville. They are going to leave a couple of runners here in their half of the third inning.
Hit some, get some. 1, 2, 3.
Hit some, get some.
Short and simple is what you have to do sometimes. Up right now, Wayne's looking for their first runner, first hit. 7, 8, 9, it's Beathard's, Anderson, and Ingram due up for Wayne. And now let's take a look at Lovren in the circle.
We talked about Lovren, good speed, mixes her speeds, mixes her pitches, different spins. You can see how it comes out of her hand, how she can turn it over, get the ball to break different ways.
Lovren, a junior. She was a 6th grader the last time Clarksville won a state title. She was in the stands. Again, small town. You go to the games, the whole town goes.
Several of these players were in the stands the last time that they won it in 2020.
Clarksville 4, Wayne nothing here, bottom of the third. First pitch swing and fouled away. It's Kara Beathards. Beathards on the season, 14 hits, 8 RBIs. First year starter. Looking for her first hit in the state tournament. Her team needs her right now. That pitch is inside.
Got to try to break the pattern here, get a base runner on.
Popped in the infield for Jenny Johnson, who grabs it, puts the finger up that says 1.
Been a good combination for Clarksville so far. Good pitching, good defense, getting a lot of pop-ups, so they're swinging at that ball up in the zone. Those make for easy outs.
That's too far inside.
You get to hear the communication between the home plate umpire and catcher, and that's always a relationship that you have to build throughout the game, working together with the umpire behind you and as a catcher, kind of working in tandem.
That nice pitch, little rise ball action there to Carson Anderson.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball and 2 strikes here, 1 away in the Wayne third. Off speed, popped up into the net. We'll go again. You know, hearing the umpires, there were a couple of calls last night. We were able to hear discussions of the umpires. And I know as an umpire, they get a little nervous and maybe pitches out. But we get a chance to hear what they are looking at, what they are talking about. Then their conversations back to coaches. I think it helps the game.
I do too.
Hearing that type of thing and communicating. That pitch is up and in. And that might actually help some of our challenges that we may have between fans and umpires when they explain what they see.
Right.
I mean, in the professional levels, we see the communication, you know, football for sure. Strike 3 called. Carson Anderson is out. On a strike, third strike out of the game for Lovren. But we find out, you know, if it's in, if it's out, and that tells you, you know, you talk about that between innings. And it's all about making the game better. That's what we're going for here. Swing and a miss by Hallie Ingram.
Well, and as a fan, if you hear that, you still may not like the outcome of what you're being told, but at least you may understand a little better of what they were looking at, what they saw, and what they saw as you get into the upper level on the replay and that kind of thing. But at least it gives an explanation, and people then aren't assuming or wondering or questioning what they've just seen.
Yeah.
They've gotten the explanation.
Yeah, the 0-2 misses to Ingram. From Lovren. The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, and that's going to get down for the base hit. First base hit of the game comes to the 9th place hitter, Hallie Ingram. Breaks the no-no up. And that is her first hit at the state tournament. Comes at a great time.
She did a good job of going down and getting that pitch, just lifting it in to the outfield.
It's now back to the top of the order, Ella Whitney. Let's see what that does now to Lovren and the Indian defense. You got a runner on, Ella Whitney. Just need to get her on base if you're Coach Fortune, because she can steal them if she can get there. Swing and a miss.
Broke the school record in stolen bases.
Go ahead, Coach.
We're going to have an offensive conference.
See the ball? Do you feel like you're seeing it? Did you see it on the last one?
I did not see that one.
Okay, so
I
just
had a lot
settle
of
down.
swing.
Just make sure you ground pressure just like you do on your pitch. So
Okay.
ground pressure so that you feel some ground. Stay connected. Okay, go get yours.
Two strikes. Play.
The 0-2 coming to Whitney.
Strike.
And that is right down the middle, strike 3. Lovren's 4th strikeout ends the rally, which was only just one runner, but at least it's no longer the minimum. Wayne gets a runner on. We mentioned sports that are returning to Iowa PBS. Well, we're going to have the 2nd season of college wrestling as it rises from the ashes. The heart of the mat beats the great state of Iowa. We love our wrestling. We've got Grit, Glory, and Champions of Tomorrow, Division 2, 3, and some double headers as well. College wrestling coverage returns again this December on Iowa PBS. Have gotten a sneak peek of some of the places we might be headed. I think they've already decided, but they don't always tell me because they know at this opportunity I would say, well, we're going to school this way. I do know one of the cool ones we're going to do because we're going to feature the Hawkeye women, Cyclone men, and NAIA in addition to those Division 2 and 3. So pretty excited to see that back here. Again, you know, wrestling, you got those mics up, man, you hear everything. Clarksville comes to bat here in the 4th. They lead 4-0. Top of the order, Claire Lodge, Emily Manwaring, and Paige Campman. 4-7-0 for Clarksville, 0-1-0 for Wayne. The pitch from Izzy Moore is up and in. Lodge, who we mentioned her stat line earlier. She was one of those 7th graders. She's headed to Nyack. And she just loves the game. I think it's just fun for her. When you hear her talk about things and it doesn't seem like a challenge or a job, it just seems like this is kind of fun and I enjoy doing it. I'm in my community, I'm in with my friends, with my sister. Yeah, I'm gonna play at the next level.
I mean, that's what it's all about, is being able to play with friends and family for your community. It's a big deal. The fans come out, support them, and it just makes for a great summer.
Three ball. Two strikes.
The 3-2 is swung through and missed. Claire Lodge out on a strikeout. Good pitch, Izzy Moore. One away for Emily Manwaring. And here's the thing, Laura. I mean, you know, as we watch this one come back up, just great rise ball. These small communities, the 1A, 2A, 3As, I mean, it is a community affair, and that's one thing Coach Berman talked about. She goes, Clarksville softball is big. I don't think she said softball is life, but she might just as well have, because she said there just seemed to be this year a little different feel around the team, kind of something that they had back in the championship years before. Kind of felt maybe they just didn't quite have that, but she thinks, I think it's there right now.
Yeah, and she kind of said family is the core theme of this team. I mean, there's sisters and coaches that are sisters, and so you've got that family atmosphere with a lot of your friends surrounding you, and then everybody becomes one and becomes family. And then when you get the community support that they get, it becomes a big deal.
And now it's 1-2 to Manwaring, as Moore is a strike away from getting that second out.
Strike.
Emily, single and a fielder's choice, runs up on it, pops it up, foul territory. Coming in from third is Whitney to grab it, 2 away.
Right away, Whitney took control of that one, called off everybody, waved the hand in the air. You could see the hands just kind of dip, and she got underneath that one. Whitney took charge of that one.
That's what you do. And that's the play. That's who you want, taking that too. Yeah, your catcher can do everything, but coming in on the ball is a lot easier than going out on it.
Yeah, she had the best angle and saw it right away.
Change up, hit high in the air to right. Right behind, and wow, great catch. Hallie Ingram made it interesting, but got the job done for the first time in this game. Clarksville goes down in order, 1, 2, 3, and that's the top of their order. So finally another 0 on the board for Clarksville, pitched by Wayne, as Ingram says, yep, I got it. It was easy.
Yeah, easy, right at the last minute, and I do think the ground is getting a little slick. That grass is getting a little slick as Paul Bird slipped as he was going out on that.
Katie Berman is the head coach for Clarksville, and she is joining us now in her 11th season. Coach, we've been just discussing about the community. What's the community in the dugout right now? What's the mood over there?
Very hyped up, and I'm hoping it stays that way. They came out right away that first inning, so we got to make sure we're staying hyped up.
Laura and I were very impressed with just how aggressive you came out swinging in those first couple of innings. Was that kind of the strategy?
Yeah, I think we knew we can hit anybody, so that's kind of our strategy going into any game. But we got to figure out how to not have a dry spell, how to keep going.
Sydney Lovren, what do you think she's doing well in the circle?
Oh my gosh, she came to play this weekend. She's doing great. I think she's pitching a little harder tonight. You can tell she's really feeling it, but definitely hitting her spots.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Katie Berman. Look at that skyline. Oh, that's beautiful. Put that on the Chamber of Commerce. The big logo painted out there in center field. That's a new touch. Also down the left field, right field line, you got the paint and the words and the phrases and the hashtags, and you got the diamonds lit up that were practiced and played on, and we're down to the final game of the 2025 season, Laura Leonard.
All right, ladies, let's get going.
I certainly can't believe that, because it seems like every year we just get started, and then all of a sudden, here it is, state tournament time.
Sydney Lovren, first pitch to Ava Whitney is a ball. Seems like only yesterday you were freezing under 6 blankets in the first games of the season. Chopped foul down the third baseline.
I only had 4 blankets that first game.
Oh, softball can have extremes. I mean, those spring games, whether it's in college or the practice games, June games.
We've had games here in July where we've had to wear jackets and had a blanket.
Yeah.
Well, I had the blanket because I got cold. But
well, but you have to. There's a little amendment to that. There is that sky. You know, at least we're seeing the sun set here tonight. We're in this last game when there's still daylight. The 1-2. There's the year we started at 11:40 that last game.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it was morning, so yeah, we had to have some extra layers on because it was getting colder.
One of our many stories that we will tell over the years.
The 2-2 is hit right. Nice backhand by Lodge. Across to Bolin, out 1. I think also we're going to be talking about Claire Lodge here as one of those legends that we were able to see play here at the state tournament, Laura.
Well, you kind of talked a little bit about it maybe in that last game when they're taking infield, they take the balls that come right to them. But then you see some of these players working on their backhand and trying to pick things up like that. And you practice that enough. She made that look so smooth. It was just a backhand pick, turn, set the feet, and make the throw.
The 1-0 is fouled back into the screen by Allie Jo Fortune, the senior catcher. Flied out back in her first at bat. Allie Jo, that veteran leader, again, that high softball IQ. She's involved with volleyball and also FFA, so lots of things, and that's a base hit. And that's going to get punched around off the glove of Campman. Lodge picks it up, throws it into second. That's a double for Allie Jo Fortune. How about that?
Well, and she just turned 19 on Thursday, so maybe a little extra celebration for her right there. Base hit, double in the state championship. And again, as that ball gets to the outfield, boy, it is moving. And you could see the effort by Campman out there trying to get and lay out in front of it to keep it from going to the fence. Instead, it caroms off of her and bounced around. That allowed Fortune to get into second base.
Memphis Stark, the freshman, to run for Allie Jo Fortune. So Fortune does her job, gets on base, 1 out. And just like that, Wayne, if they get a base hit here, they can cut into this lead, get a little momentum here in the middle part of the game. Hit in the air, a mile high, but just not very deep. Coming in to make the grab is Paige Campman. Second out of the fourth.
That one initially looked like a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure Kate Lodge out and left saw it, was able to finally locate it and come in, but Campman took over, as your center fielder should, and was able to pull that one in.
It's up to Bristol Peck to keep the inning going, as Izzy Moore was retired on that pitch. So now with Peck. Hits it high and out of play. One of those track runners. We were talking about, I should just send my notes to Mike J for the state track meet, and I would just love to have some of his, or if he could download some of his knowledge. And if you don't know who Mike J is, the PA at the state track meet, the Drake Relays, the Olympics. I mean, he's a guy who, we're just trying to keep up with him. I hear from him at basketball, and his love for sports, and it's been fun. It's taken me a long time, Laura, to get some of these names and remember, wait a minute, okay, you're the sister or the cousin of the family trees. We should sponsor that at Iowa PBS, like a database of family trees as much as we've done in sports.
Yeah, no kidding.
That'd be quite the flow chart, you know, kind of like a beautiful mind with everything written down. And
you'd have coaches, you'd have players, you have sisters, you got cousins, you got everybody.
Well, everybody in Iowa knows each other.
True.
2 degrees of Terry Branstad, I think, is how that goes.
Well, big at bat here, trying to get that first run in.
The 0-2 is low. Multi-sport athletes, you really see that a lot in the 1A field. You have to.
Yeah,
when you've only got 30 or 50 graduating seniors each year in some of these classes. Swing and a miss. Runner stranded. Strikeout for Lovren of Peck. Strands a runner in the fourth. Goes up with the rise ball. Climbs the ladder.
Good teamwork. Hey, we got to figure out how to not have this dry spell, because we watched games here this weekend. We even had one the first round. 4 is not enough, okay? So don't get up there and be hit happy, okay? Wait for your pitch. We've all seen her. Relax up there. Get out of this dry spell, okay? Here we go.
4 on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 more!
So Coach Berman told us in our interview about dry spells and trying not to have those. And we're going to hear from Coach Fortune here in just a moment, but she's having one final phrase with her pitcher, Izzy Moore, who goes out into the circle to pitch here in the 5th. And Heather Fortune joins us now. Coach, you don't have to tell me verbatim what you just said, but what'd you just tell Izzy Moore?
Just to slow the game down just a little bit, play her game. She's been doing this literally since she was 2 years old. And she's worked so hard for this, the position she's in right now, and if nothing else, to enjoy it and have fun, make the absolute most of it, play her game.
You're getting some more at-bats that maybe are going your way. What do you need to do here to keep telling the girls to get that bat head squared up better?
Just better pitch selection. They've got to have better pitch selection, and they just got to square the ball up. They've got to hit it hard. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're swinging at things that we shouldn't be and we don't swing at. So I don't know if that's just a little bit of nerves, not seeing the ball, pitcher throwing really well. I'm not sure, but we've got to have a little bit better pitch selection to get back in this.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's Heather Fortune, head coach for Wayne, and she's in the school as she's a Wayne grad, went to Graceland, junior high math teacher. And I said, do you know anything about, if players don't get along or maybe somebody's not friends? She had one of the best answers I think I've heard in a long time. She goes, there are no secrets in this school. Line drive is hit at Trimble, who had enough time on Wang's Nest to make the play. One away. No secrets in a small town. No secret here that you just got to stay with the ball. Trimble recovers enough to make the play.
Well, you said, everybody in Iowa knows everybody. Think about a small town. You know everybody and you know everything.
Yeah, especially when you're in the school. Change up, Lovren lays off as Moore really went after that first pitch. Good location on that one.
And one thing she said, there's really no drama on her team. And part of that is because everybody knows everybody and related, possibly, in one way or another. And so, it's just, you work things out when you're family and when you're that close.
The 1-1 to Sydney Lovren is back up to Moore, who leaps up on her tippy toes, grabs it, throws to Trimble for out number 2.
They're starting to settle in defensively and starting to slow these bats down of Clarksville, and that's exactly what Coach Berman said. We can't have these dry spells. We got to continue to score. 4 is not enough. And she would like to see them get a couple more, but I think Wayne is kind of now feeling a little bit of a groove, but as Coach Fortune said, they've got to take better swings at better pitches.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Ella Whitney fields it cleanly, throws to J.C. Trimble. Pretty easy inning for Izzy Moore. And 1, 2, 3 go the Indians. Tim Fitzpatrick, I tell you what, he is going to do what he has done all week here, and he's going to lead us on the 5th inning stretch.
I know it's getting late, but it's good for you. All right, everybody stand. How about you people in center field? You ready to go? All right, join with me. See if we can do as well as the other 2 games. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 3 strikes, you're out at the whole ball game. Hey, nice job. Who's out there cheering for the Wayne Lady Falcons? And who's cheering for the Clarksville Indians?
Thank you, Mr. Fitzpatrick. Laney Harvey, Kara Bethards, and Carson Anderson due up for Wayne in their half of the 5th. 4-0 your score. Class 1A. Man, that's a gorgeous picture. Great job, crew, getting that one. Cameras, video, replay, audio, font, director, producer. Even you, Neil. Even you, Neil, are doing a great job tonight. And there's our cameras in center. Giving you the look behind home plate. That's one of the looks that you just got from that camera. That's hitting that center area. Going for the dive and making the grab. Wow, what a play. Paige Campman. Put a star on that one.
Boy, was that a great play. She lays out a little bit of a snow cone there, but she pulls it in, and she covered a ton of ground. That one was ticketed, and once it gets in that gap, it's going all the way to the fence, so she just certainly saved a double.
Well, and that's how Clarksville was able to escape in their opening game against Newman. A ball that went under on a tough defensive play all the way, and it can change a game. You just think about that. I mean, Laura, there's been plenty of times a team loses in that, or barely survives in the quarterfinal, and they go on to win the whole shooting match. Clarksville trying to do that right now, up 4-0. Chopper to the left side's going to get through. Both Wagnes and Lodge made efforts, but it just right in that perfect spot. Bethard's the base hit with one away.
They're getting some better swings. They're pounding it into the ground. They're getting some level cuts now on Lovren.
Thank you, Coach.
Starting to put some runners on.
And we're going to have Joe Murphy come in and run. Right? Did I get that right? 16? Okay. Joe Murphy. It's getting late. I got to look in the light now. Make sure I can see. Big font. All right, so Wayne here, Laura, if they can keep a couple of base runners on here, build a little momentum, but they really, I'm not saying they have to score this inning, but they really got to try to put a threat on, I think, right?
They do right now. I think they need to be able to continue this inning, at least get one, maybe two, give them a little momentum, give them a little confidence, because they have done well defensively the last two innings. It's been 3 up, 3 down the last two innings.
The bunt is, oh,
Dead ball.
we're going to have a dead ball on Carson Anderson.
That got her right off the knee.
I think that, yeah, she went right down on that hit pitch. She was showing the bunt.
Hey. Hey, did she go?
Oof. Right there. I couldn't, from that angle, I can't quite tell where it hit her, but you thought it was the knee?
I thought it was knee, but I think I'm wrong. I think maybe down on the foot.
And that might have responded why the little toe. That bunt is popped up into the screen by Hallie Ingram. So Murphy goes to second. Anderson at first on the hit by pitch. Number 9 hitter. Let's see it. Maybe we got a different angle. This one's going to come up. Yeah, knee or right there at the white and the black sock meet. The 0-1. The bunt going right through it is Ingram. Ingram, a 2-year starter here at State. They really like her read off the bat when she's playing defense, and sometimes that transfers to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strikeout of Ingram. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, you're back up to the top of the order now. You've got a tough hitter in Whitney, who's got some speed. If she can put it in play, make the defense make the play.
Ella Whitney off the glove of Johnson into right field. They're going to wave the runner home. No throw at home or third. Clarksville. Now they go back to third, and they gets away from. Woo! Got away from Wagnes, and I thought that thing was going to roll into left field. So now Wayne gets a run across on a pretty wild set of plays.
They get this one in right back to second base, or the second baseman. Did not come up throwing to come home with it. So they were going to give up the run, but trying to look to see if they could maybe pick somebody off of the bases.
The ball is right here where they would tag you. Settle in from her hand.
Yeah, it's not infield
2
play.
outs. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah. Yep, we're running on anything. Seeing the ball? Seeing the ball? Seeing the ball.
One in here in the 5th. Now batting, your Wayne Community Schools valedictorian, Ava Whitney. She's a student of the game. Let's see what she can do at the bat in this situation. Runner at third, runner at second. Whitney at the plate. Lovren's pitch is popped up on the infield. Coming out to grab it is the catcher, Man Warren, to end the inning. Stop the rally and give Clarksville a little bit of momentum, but not before Wayne is able to push another run across here in the 5th.
But they got the 1 run.
Okay, 4 is not enough. We watched enough games. We know 4 is not enough. We got a little hit happy last inning. Okay, relax up there. Come on. Who's going to start it again? Who's going to start it again?
It's on 3. 1, 2, 3, hit!
Coaches look calm and cool, but they have nerves all the time.
Oh,
In that.
they
You
do.
know what she's
Yeah.
thinking. Hit. We got to get a hit. We got to get a hit. But here's what you talk about getting fast out of the start. Well, that's what Clarksville did. In the first inning, Claire Lodge and Emily Manwarren both scored runs as Clarksville got 2. Then in the second, they get a couple more. It was a Kara Bolin hit, a Kate Lodge hit. And then Wayne was able to get a run here in the 5th on a play we just saw as Murphy scored. And that leads us at 4-1 as we move to the 6th here on a gorgeous night in Fort Dodge. Look off there at the western sky. Finally, just a little scattered breeze, but it's just a beautiful night as we're just after 9 o'clock on Friday. July the 25th, 2025, 1A state championship underway here. We're deep in it now. Clarksville, bottom of the order, Bolin, Lodge. Those have also been hits. So Moore gets Kara Bolin to swing at a pitch up and out of the zone.
And I think this is exactly what Coach Berman was talking about. Don't get hit happy. Don't get anxious up at the plate. Just bring it back. Take that deep breath. Settle in. Make her come to you. Go ahead and take a pitch.
Yeah. The 1-2 from Moore is chopped foul. It'll roll towards the on-deck circle to the right.
Catch, let me see that.
For Kara Bolin.
That's all right. It was all right, wasn't it? Okay.
Bolin, 5 home runs on the season coming into the tournament. Now 6 as she hit the grand slam earlier.
On top. Here we go, Kara.
Now, Laura, if you're Clarksville, getting a hit, it's always easier to say get a hit than not. But what is it in your approach? If you've gotten a little antsy or too aggressive, what do you have to do then now to get that hit?
Well, you just...
Well, like that, swing it in the air, but it's going to be playable to Ingram, out number 1.
I think you have to calm down. You can't be so anxious, just so hyped up that you're swinging at everything that's coming to you. Take a deep breath and settle in. Maybe take a pitch or two. Moore is always in there, and I know you want to attack the first pitch, but she is starting to deal, and she is starting to throw some pitches that are starting to move a little bit more, and it's making it tough on these Clarksville hitters. So I think you have to be very selective about what you're going after in your approach at the plate.
Brooke Bolin fouls off the first pitch to fall behind. Brooke, one of those 8th graders in the lineup, back-to-back here coming up. That pitch is a strike. You've got Brooke Bolin, an 8th grader. Kate Lodge is an 8th grader, both contributing big time for this team. Swing and a miss. Out number 2. And it's up to Kate Lodge here in the 6th.
That ball that's moving, and you could see that Fortune had to kind of move the glove a little bit, kind of crossed her up.
Moore has retired 8 in a row. Going after 9 here. Kate Lodge swing and miss on the first pitch. 4 of 7 in the tournament coming into tonight. The game winner versus Newman and a double against St. Ed's. The 0-1. Rolls over on it. Couple of hops. Whitney over to Trimble. Out. 9 in a row. Retired by Moore. So Clarksville still with the lead, but not been able to get a base runner here in the last 9 at-bats. So in order, Moore retired the order. All right, I want to let you know something here as we listen into Heather Fortune quick.
And in knowing where it's at on the plate, like have purpose when you're seeing it, not just because I want to be patient in there. Have purpose when you see the ball. Then we're going to tee off on your pitch, right? Your pitch. If your pitch is 1 and you're seeing it well, stay connected, hands in, and let's go. Okay? Let's go. Extension. We've worked hard on it. Okay? Let's go. Let's get some. Get some. 1, 2, 3. Get some.
I want to let you know a little something that's happening in our world right now. Congress recently cut $3.5 million in federal funding to Iowa PBS. This is the largest one-time cut in our 55-year history. It's affecting 18% of our budget. These funds help maintain our statewide network, delivering trusted local programs to every corner of Iowa. Now, despite that challenge, we are committed to our mission to educate, inform, enrich, and inspire. So thank you so much for watching, supporting, and standing up for public television. Please consider a gift to Friends of Iowa PBS today. Scan that QR code that's on your screen right now, or you can also call the number 800-728-2828. Thank you in the past, the present, and in the future. 4-1, we go to the bottom of the 6th here from Harlan and Hazel Rogers Softball Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. This is the Class 1A state championship game. The Lady Falcons, they are from Wayne, Iowa, which is Corydon, Allerton, Linville, Clio, and Millerton, or Lineville, sorry. Southern Iowa.
Yeah, Linville's over by Sully.
I know. It's L-I, not L-Y. 4-1, the 1-1 pitch fouled into the... We go to free. We're free in all 99 counties. There, the boss likes it when I say that. And Clarksville, north, around the Waterloo area, off the Cedar River. By Shell Rock. Everybody knows where Shell Rock is, right? Popped up, foul, and out of play. Allie Jo Fortune, Izzy Moore, and Bristol Peck due for Wayne.
It's a good part of the order for them. This is when they need to make some noise here in this ball game.
They've been your money all year. How can they cash in here in the late innings? Right there. Clarksville will take that strikeout on the Fortune chases the high pitch for out number 1.
I think she had the same reaction as you can see her try to load up and try to catch that pitch out of the zone. She had the same reaction that her mom had down in the third base box. They both kind of looked skyward and shook their head. That was a pitch that was out of the zone, but that's what happens when you get anxious.
Izzy Moore smacks it hard right at Lodge, who recovers, throws, but not in time. Moore hustling down the line. She is a competitor, and she is clapping because she's on base with 1 out here in the 6th.
Couldn't
got up
pick it
on
clean.
Lodge out of her glove. Yep.
Yeah, she just couldn't. She got in front of it, just could not get that ball picked cleanly and be able to transfer over to her throwing hand.
That's an error. Charge to Lodge. First pitch swing by Bristol Peck is fouled away. Moore, one more thing on her. Student Council, state track in the shot put. So she's trying to help and do her part. Bristol Peck trying right now to keep things going.
Moore battled some injuries early on, not early on in the offseason, and just worked her way back. She said it was just, she'd go to practice, she'd go to those off-season workouts, maybe not able to do all the drills and participate, but was there supporting her teammates, and they supported her as well, and she's come back strong, and boy, she's coming back strong in this ball game. These last 3 innings for her in the circle have been tremendous.
Peck smacks that thing. Man, she crushed that thing. That almost dented the fence down there when it short hopped it. Peck struck out twice tonight, trying to see ball, hit ball, put it in play. Give Wayne a chance. The 0-2 coming from Lovren. Just outside. Good eye, you say to Bristol Peck.
Especially down in the count, 2 strikes. This late in the game, you can maybe chase that pitch, trying to make something happen.
The 1-2 is hit in the air towards left. Lodge comes in, off her glove. They throw to second in time. Not much that Moore could do on that play. Off the glove of Kate Lodge, just not able to squeeze it.
That one just pops out of the glove of Lodge, but she quickly heads up, gets the ball into second, and good job of covering up over there by Jenny Johnson, standing on second base, waiting for that throw to come in. You're right, there's nothing the base runner can do. The ball's in the air, you expect that to be caught. You're starting to retreat, and then all of a sudden it pops out, and you have to turn and head the other way to try to get into second base safely.
Again, hit in the air, this time towards Campman in center, right in the center of that logo. To end the inning for Wayne. So another fly out on a good sounding hit, but just not very deep. We are going to go to the 7th. Clarksville, they're up here in the 1A championship.
A long time ago, the Iowa State Fair crossed that line from being an event to being part of life.
It's exhilarating. There's a buzz and an energy. Everything kind of vibrates. It's the biggest arena to show on in Iowa. It's our home away from home. This is where we are in the summer.
There's so much to see here. You can't do it in 1 or 2 days.
Join us for this brand new program August 5th.
Jackie Benson rocking us through the tournament here. Some of the highlights you've seen as part of Studio 3 Live. That's our live music showcase. 3rd season premieres in September on Iowa PBS. You can check out song clips from previous seasons on our YouTube channel. Full shows on our website of iowapbs.org. Join our mailing list so you can find out about events and come see us in the studio. Heather Fortune is going to walk out to the circle and have a conference.
Right now you got to play 2 separate games. And right now you're on what? Defense, right?
I forgot.
You got to play 2 separate games right now mentally, okay? Your first step has to be quick. We got to feed the ball. We got to see what's happening in front of us. We got to make some plays. And we still have a chance to bat, okay? This is a 3-run ball game, and you've scored a lot more than 3 runs in 1 inning before. But right now, that doesn't matter. The scoreboard doesn't matter. Your only job right now is 3 outs, okay? So we got to live on that. Right here, right now. Let's go. Be the best. Be the best. Nope. Thank you.
Thank you to the coaches for their insight tonight. Always learn something from there. And that's really what it is. It's like the cliche, Laura. It's like, what do you have to do? And you just say, you know, it's one at a time. That hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed, but I kind of like the way that she said, hey, we're playing 2 games. Let's win this game first, the defensive game, and then let's get ourselves back up at the plate and try to score a lot of runs.
Claire Lodge takes the first pitch, pops it up, and Izzy Moore says, I got it. 1 away. Well, a third of the way there on the mission of winning that first game. So now it's Emily Mann-Warren, the senior. 3 seniors in this lineup for Clarksville. 30 and 4.
We'll give it time here.
As we have just a moment to get things going. Clarksville in the Iowa Star Conference, 16-0 this year. First pitch is bunted and it's foul. That thing was, we'll be kind and say 2 inches from being fair. That thing just almost died. And what do you do as soon as it's foul?
Yes,
Swipe
sweep it away. Sweep it away. And, you know, I like the idea. I like the fact that trying to make something happen. We've got to break this down.
Whitney fields the bunt by Man Warren and throws her out.
Whitney was all over that so quickly. As soon as that was down on the ground, look at her charge. She's right there, just about 3 steps, able to pick it up and get the out.
Paige Campman, junior. First pitch ball. Campman 1 for 3. Due up for Wayne in their half of the 7th. Bethards, Anderson, and Ingram, 7, 8, 9. Changeup goes high, 2-0.
Since the 4th inning, Izzy Moore, 3 up, 3 down. 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, trying to do it here in the 7th.
The 3-0 is a ball, and that ends the streak at 12 in a row, retired by Izzy Moore, issuing the 2-out walk to Paige Campman. Wangsness is up for Clarksville here in the 7th. First pitch strike.
And you can't worry about that walk. You can't worry about that runner over at first. Mindset has to be on this hitter and getting that 3rd out.
Moore's pitch is hit in the air towards right. Going out is Whitney, but she's called off by Ingram, and the 3rd out of the inning is made. So Moore retires 13 of the last 14 she faced. Is it enough?
Right, bottom of the 7th. Let's go. See the pitch, right? The pressure, put the pressure on her, not on you. Chloe's gonna hit for you, okay? Then you're gonna come in and run, okay? Everybody's gotta wanna do their job when they get in there. You cannot be afraid to fail. That's the deal. You can't be afraid to fail. Get in there, let's go. Let's turn this around right now, okay? Here we go, score, 1, 2, 3. Score.
Well, don't be afraid to fail. And I agree with it. I mean, you got to go up there and not be timid. You got to go up there thinking we've got 3 outs. We need 3 runs. We got to put runners on base. We got to figure out a way to do it.
Is that the look of someone looking to extend the season? You got to get a runner on base. 3 outs from a championship for Clarksville. Cora Bethards will lead things off, the designated player. Goes to work against Sydney Lovren here. Good first pitch strike, so Lovren going right after. Bethards 0 for 2. Chopper, right side on the big hop. Johnson over to Bolin, out 1. Going to have a pinch hitter here. Chloe Sims is going to come in and hit
2 for 3. Thank you so much, Coach.
in this position. So Heather Fortune going to the bench.
Looking to get something going to the bench. Seeing if Sims can start a rally.
Nobody on here in the 7th. The 0-1 from Lovren is swing and a miss by Sims.
And it looks like Lovren is just saying, all right, I'm going to show you my best right now. I'm going to give it right down the middle, see if you can hit it.
And that one just misses, according to the Clarksville fans to our right. One ball, two strikes. Sydney Lovren winds and fires, swims, swings and misses. Strikeout number 8, and it's down to Hallie Ingram to keep things going.
Boy, up in the zone again. Got her to chase to get the big strikeout.
Swing and a miss. And the Clarksville faithful start to rise to their feet in center. Sensing a state championship is close. The 0-1 popped in the air, heading towards the seats and into the bleachers. And the orange shirts are getting ready to leap out of their seats. This late Friday night as we move past 9:30. Clarksville making some noise. The 0-2. Strike 3, and it's a state championship again for the Clarksville Indians. They cap with a 1A title.
Lovren got the call, got the perfect pitch to get the called third strike to end the ball game and give Clarksville another championship.
1 hour, 23 minutes, quick action moving. It was all early for Clarksville. Katie Berman and the Clarksville Indians, another state title headed back. With them on the bus home.
They came out quick. They scored right away. They made it hold up because Izzy Moore came on strong in the middle part of the game and shut them down. They just could not get the bats going over out of the Wayne dugout to make any kind of noise and break into that lead that Clarksville had built early.
Their first title came in 2020. Add 2025 to the trophy case.
For the awards ceremony. Presenting the Class 1A All-Tournament Team medals is Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Softball Administrator Jason Esslinger. Here is your Class 1A All-Tournament team for 2025. From Clarksville, Caitlin Lodge. From Wayne, Ava Whitney. From Riverside, Sophia Fenner. From Riverside, Adeline Martins. From St. Edmund, Mariah Myers. From St. Edmund, Faith Sherbrun. From Clarksville, Emily Manwaran. From Wayne, Allie, Joe, Fortune. From Clarksville, Sydney Lovren. From Wayne, Izzy Moore. And your Class 1A All-Tournament Team Captain for 2025, from Clarksville, Claire Lodge.
For the first time in quite a while, Laura, not a pitcher as the captain. All you have to do is hit 2 grand slams at the state tournament.
Yeah, that makes it pretty easy, kind of cement your spot on the all-tournament team. What a tournament she had, and what a regional. I mean, starting from regionals.
Yeah, it was in the regional where she hit the other one, yeah. So that team, Mariah Myers, she had a monster home run for St. Ed's the other night. Riverside represented in the all-tournament team. Sisters on the team.
Yeah, that makes it fun. That makes it fun, and just all those players out there, all of them had amazing tournaments. A lot of them are going to continue their softball careers here in the state of Iowa.
A couple of them still have some eligibility here in Iowa. We'll still get to see them play.
In addition to receiving medallions, every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Congratulations to the runners-up in Class 1A, head coach Heather Fortune, and the Wayne Community Lady Falcons on an outstanding 2025 softball season. And your 2025 Class 1A state softball champions, head coach Katie Berman and the Clarksville Indians.
They won the title in 2020, here again in 2025. And that Clarksville team, they love their softball, and they got themselves another reason to celebrate, Laura.
Yeah, they really do. They had an amazing tournament. The power showed up for them as the way they were hitting all season long. They hit the ball very hard and hit it out of the park. It continued to sail out of the park, and they got great pitching tonight as well and great defense.
Pella started us off winning their first ever title. Then Waukee, Northwest, Williamsburg, Van Meter, and Clarksville puts a cap on our 2025. We danced a little, we laughed, we smiled, we had fun. It is so great that you have joined us all weekend long here. We're back for volleyball, then football, and a whole lot of more memories to come. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you from here at Iowa PBS. So long from Fort Dodge.
Funding provided by...
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.